got the groove, yeah. I got the groove, I got to move. I got the groove, yeah. I got the groove, I got to move. I got the groove, yeah.
Hello, my fellow stock trading masters. This is Lance Jepson with GorillaStockTrading.com. Petri from Kotka, Finland writes, "Hello, I've been trading Forex and gold for about 5 years, but wanted to get into stock trading because I think that suits me better. Currency markets are so messed up nowadays. Gold has some kind of reasonable periodic schema that is easier to adapt with me. I think that stock market is the best choice for me. I have been watching your videos and comments about 2 years, and you are one of the best in the industry." Thanks, man. Right on. Thank you so much. Gold is interesting, but I am tired of this currency markets. Basically, all you can do with them nowadays is just trade on news. Technical analysis doesn't work. Well, that of course goes for stocks also if you don't know the fundamentals. Keep up the great work and let's make some big profits. Petri, man, love back at you. Thank you so much, man. Awesome, dude. Wow, Finland. That is so cool, man. I love the global reach of the internet. Yeah, I mean, okay, so there's no doubt about it. The markets are tough to trade right now. Okay, but let's talk about how to start out stock trading. Or if you're already trading, how do you turn things around? First off, guys, the recommended brokerage firm that I say get, okay? If you're in another country, I don't know. You know what I mean? I can't know what everybody's got in their own country. But let me just tell you about the U.S. If you're in the U.S., okay, or other places that E-Trade operates in, okay, get an E-Trade Pro account. Okay, get an E-Trade Pro account. You want to be able to, the lens at which you look at the markets is so important. Okay? It's your eyeballs. It's how you're viewing the market. Okay? And you would be amazed at how the way that you view the market impacts your stock trading. Okay? So get E-Trade Pro. Beautiful charts. I really like the Pro account. You get the CNBC World News 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You could switch over to an Asia feed, and then you got your CNBC anchors in Asia talking about Asian stocks when our markets are closed. You've got the European markets. You've got the U.S. markets. You just switch it depending upon what time of day it is. Just awesome stuff. You've got active trading more. You've got your mobile. It integrates fully with a mobile smartphone or a tablet, okay, that you could just go right into, really simple. All right, so E-Trade Pro. Get E-Trade Pro, okay? Secondly of all, learn money management. Learn how to scale into trades, okay? Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Try to limit your risk as much as you possibly can, okay? Try to scale into trades slowly, limit your risk, diversify a little bit, don't put all your eggs in one basket, but learn proper money management. Now, for some of us, it's really hard. If you don't have as much money, then you've got to take more concentrated positions. Okay, and it's a little bit harder to scale into a trade because your brokerage fees kill you. Okay, so I understand that not everybody can do that, but if you can, try to do it that way. All right, and then next, you need to use a stock screener. Okay, and so what are your screener settings? Okay, I'm going to show you my screener settings, okay? And not only that, but I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I'm going to show you the stock screener, okay? And then I'm going to pull up a stock that I bought today in my personal trading account, okay? And I really like, okay? And we'll see if it if the stock goes up. You know what I mean? I'm so sick and tired of going to these phony baloney websites where they're going to teach you how to be a better stock trader, and this is what you need to do, and this is the stock screener you need to use, and blah, 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 blah. And you're like, okay, dude, but show me a stock in that you use those tools and what you're saying. Show me a stock that you picked right now, okay, so I can look at it and see if there was anything to what you were teaching me. But nobody does that. See, there's these educator websites, and then there's trader websites. Okay? And there's the saying, those that can't do, teach. Okay? So I'm sick of that with stock trading, right? So I'm just going to slap down my stock screener settings, and then I'm going to show you a stock that I bought today with these stock screener settings, and you could watch the stock yourself and see if it turns into anything. I don't know if it will, but if it does, then you say, okay, all right, you could better gauge if what Lance is saying is full of BS. You know what I mean? That's what I've really turned over to, guys. I don't know if it's my age, right? I turned 42 about 4 months ago. Okay, I'm coming up on 43 now, and I just need to put the pedal to the metal and start trading, dude. And start making some money. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with the pie in the sky. This is in an uptrend. This is in a downtrend. Here's this. Here's that. No, let's just get some stock picks, throw them out there, and make money trading. You know what I mean? And if we can't make money trading with that particular rule or stock screen, then we throw it out and we stop using it. You know, let's cut the pie in the sky conceptual. Oh, it's an ascending triangle. Oh, yeah. Oh, ascending triangle breakout. Better buy. Why? Why should you buy an ascending triangle breakout? Because some book written 10, 15 years ago tells you should? Because some old website put up by somebody who probably doesn't even trade for a living says, oh, ascending triangles are great breakout plays to buy. What? Because Stock Charts or Investopedia says so, and shows you some pretty chart. Oh, yeah, ascending triangle breakout. Oh, yeah, bullish engulfing candlestick, kicking pattern, woohoo! Man, I'll give you a kicking pattern right up your you-know-what. I'm sick of websites like that. It's bull. They're trying to sell you all this stock education and then they just run ads all around their website. That's how they're making their money, but why? Why should you buy ascending triangle breakout? If you tried buying an ascending triangle breakout in this market, you probably get killed. So why are you holding to these outdated rules and these lessons that don't really work that well? Sometimes they work, but sometimes they don't. And then when you look at the patterns, you realize if it's working 50-50, then it's not really something I should be using. I could flip a coin and get the same successful odds as the ascending triangle pattern. Okay, so anyways, guys, sorry, man. I kind of went off on like a tangent there. All right, so for the market cap, we want stocks over 50 million. Now, I used to do small caps between 300 million and 2 billion. And in last night's video, I told you why I've now changed that to micro, anything over 50 million. The reason is that when we trade these small caps that can really move, market cap changes by huge amounts over just a day or two. Okay, so if you set something at 300 million and you bought the stock and you're watching it go down, 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 right? Then you could actually have it vanish off your stock screener because it falls underneath that 300 million market cap. Okay, so dial down the market cap, right? Now, a trader buddy of Mike says, oh, I think market cap's overrated. Well, yeah, but, you don't run a professional trading website. Okay, like JB, you don't do this for a living. That's why you think market cap is overrated. Okay, anybody who thinks that market cap is overrated and, oh, you don't need to use market cap, okay, is somebody that obviously doesn't know what they're doing. Okay, yeah, market cap matters, right? You don't just put an any in there. Come on, man. Market cap matters. Bigger stocks don't move as much. All right? So, okay, beta. Instead of that used to be over 1.5 to find the highest volatile stocks. Well, something happens, okay? When a stock comes down on the charts, okay, and then starts to turn or chops out, beta drops off. Okay, and again, we're dealing with high volatile small cap or micro cap stocks. Stocks that can really move big. So by the nature of the beast is that if a stock comes down and it begins to slowly curl or turn, okay, the beta can dry up in just a day or two. okay, and fall way down. And then it doesn't show up on your stock screen, so you lose track of it. So you got to dial down that beta. Now, just know in the back of your head, we want stocks that typically trade with a beta of greater than 1. The higher the beta, the better. However, you can't set that in your stock screen, because when a stock comes down and starts to reverse or chops out and starts to curl, the volume and the beta drop way off. And you don't want to lose the stock on your stock screen when that happens. So dial that down to 0.5, but no, the higher the beta, the better. Price, we want under 10. Okay? And volume, we want over 500,000 shares traded per day. Now, I had that at over 1 million. Okay, but here's the problem with over 1 million. Again, when a stock comes down, okay, it maybe forms a doji, starts to reverse and head back up, the volume drops off too. If you put that at over 1 million, what's going to happen is that every time that stock goes to turn and come back up, it's going to fall off your stock screener. The exact time that you should be watching it, you're going to lose track of it, because it's going to come off your stock screener right as it starts to turn, or maybe even as it does a candle over candle. Okay, so dial down the average volume, put it at 500,000 or more, but just keep in mind in the back of your head, the higher the volume, the better. Okay? All right. So, anyways, that's the screen. Let me get right to, and then, you click on charts, and you've got all of your charts that come up, okay, that you can go through and look for these. Like, you guys know that I like CECO. Okay, so longer term play, kind of chop out in here. I'm liking it with a definable stop loss at 250. Okay, but let me get to the stock that I really like that I bought today. Okay, with that screen, here's the stock that came up today that I like. Okay, now you could see that the RSI is approaching oversold. Okay, it's down at a pretty nice level. You could see too that you've got this big red candle today that had more of a tail earlier in the day, but then it kind of fell off right at the end. All right, so it could go a little bit lower. It's possible, absolutely. Some of you may want to wait for like a candle over candle before going long, because then that would signal more of a swing move up. Okay, and we could see this thing get all the way back up to 490, maybe even 520. So now, why did it gap down? Why this huge gap down? Okay, well, first of all, let me show you the intraday today. Okay, and you could see that I got interested in this about right in here. Okay, when it did this huge, $60,000 buy order right in here. Okay, this is what got me interested. Okay, so I'm pretty much at my cost basis right now by the time it closed. You could see that it came down again, and then once again, huge buying, the huge volume spike right into the close. Okay, so I could see that there's some bottom feeders now coming into the stock. All right, so why did the stock fall? Why did this stock fall so much today? Well, all right. First of all, let's get back to a daily chart. Number 2, let me show you what I really like about this, okay? All right. Here's a daily. You guys can see that a little bit better, okay? There's where we're looking at. Notice that the trailing price to earnings is 81, but the forward price to earnings is 11. Notice that the earnings per share this year is negative 83, but next year it's 76% forecast. Okay, so some very nice. Come down and look at these sales. Unbelievable, folks. Very, very nice. Now, you could see that just on March 19th and March 18th. We had Needham and you had Mizuho, both giving buys, okay, and both with targets of $6. Well, it's currently at $4.07. So $6 would be all the way up here. It'd be an incredible gain. Okay, so we definitely like that. Now, where the stock really got hit, and I absolutely love this catalyst, you guys. Okay, where the stock got hit is a delay in set-top box orders. Okay. Entropic Communications, which designed chipsets for video. All right. Let me back up. What I'm doing is I'm establishing the catalyst. Okay. What do I think beat up the stock, and why do I think the stock could turn and go up from here? Okay. What it says is that cut its outlook for the first quarter as a U.S. paid TV service provider delayed orders for set-top boxes. Now, they delayed orders for set-top boxes. Does that mean that, oh my God, they're not going to make money anymore, business is drying up? No, it's a temporary thing. Okay, remember what JB said. His favorite stocks are by companies that miss their earnings, okay, but then their forecast or their guidance is still really good. Because that earnings miss is a temporary thing, and it often creates fear and panic and a temporary sell-off in that market, and you could swoop in and get it really cheap. Think about that famous money managers too that say there's value in controversy. There's value in drama. Okay, so this is perfect because this is not a fundamental change or something wrong with this company. This is just a temporary thing where a pay TV service provider delayed orders for set-top boxes. Entropic's chips are used in set-top boxes made by network gear makers such as Cisco Systems, Motorola Systems, and service providers including Verizon, DirecTV, Time Warner Cable, and even, folks, Comcast. Entropic said the delay in orders were related to high-definition digital terminal adapters, HD, DTA, set-top boxes, which enable service providers to deliver HD content to their basic subscribers. Benchmark Co. said it believes the service provider delaying set-top box orders is Comcast. Because of the delayed rollout of these boxes to basic cable subscribers, it will take a few quarters for HD, DTA, set-top box suppliers to burn through Entropic inventory. Love it, guys. Love it. Do you really think that HD TV is going out? You think that there's going to be less of a need for these HD, DTA set-top boxes so that they could deliver HD content to their basic subscribers? Hell no. That's a hot industry. That's a hot field right now. You know, more TVs are coming out with HD than ever. I mean, that's not going away. I personally love watching things in HD. I'll spend an extra $1 or $2 for a movie rental to be able to get it over Comcast in HD because HD looks that much better, especially on my great big huge 55-inch HD television set. Okay, so absolutely, this is a temporary occurrence. Long term, this company is still hot. Okay, long term, look at these sales numbers. Okay, long term, the demand for HD TV is smoking hot. So this is a temporary imbalance. Okay, and if the stock stays down here, their forecasted earnings puts this at a sizzling price to earnings ratio of just 11. Unbelievable, folks. Look at their price to sales, 1.13. Okay, very, very nice. Okay, so, again, this is ENTR. Okay, do your own research, right? But this is a stock I bought today in my own trading account. Okay, because I like the oversold pattern. I don't want to chase nothing in this market. Now, the last time we had a market rally from November to January, okay, this thing really ran. This thing will run with the market. Okay, this is a great stock to run with the bulls if we get a swing move up in the markets. Now, keep in mind, we're still in the best 6 months of the year. Okay, so our stocks have been beat up a lot. Okay, we could have one more swing move up in the markets before the sell in May and go away. And that would be awesome if that happens because I would expect this to run. But, again, my goal is to, look at the previous day with that long tail. Okay, you're getting tails, you're getting long candles that generally can mean a turn. Again, I just want a 5 to 10% gain. 10% gain from here. Okay, let's just say that my cost basis is $4.10 to keep the math simple. So a 10% gain from there would be like $4 and what? Like 50 cents. Like just right here. Just a little bounce right here and I get my 10% and I'm out. And that's all I'm looking to do. Okay, look with the beta at 2.51. Oh yeah, this could happen very easy. And you could see that it does these big swing move ups. Okay, so I gave you the stock screener settings that I use, and I gave you an actual stock that I bought today in my own trading account using those stock screener settings. Now, where I learned to find oversold stocks like this is from Jason Bond. Okay, now just today, guys, he hit a winner in Gevo. 20% gain overnight. Cha-ching! Kaboom! If you subscribe to my Jason Bond Backstage Pass newsletter, then you knew last night, okay, it was pretty late, okay, probably most of you were sleeping, but you knew late last night, within hours of the aftermarket action. Okay, it just an incredible win for JB, and he did it using the oversold pattern like this. Okay, now one of the best things that you can do when you learn stock trading is, okay, everything I just talked about, how to set up your E-Trade Pro account, how to set up your monitor, how to lay out your screen, how to scale into different stocks. What are your screener settings that you should use? Not only in FinViz like I'm using here, but JB will give you his screener that he uses in stock charts that you could put in. Okay? You get, over 20 lessons, you get hours worth of video, and you even get, for a limited time only, his 4 DVD set on the basics of swing trading. So that's 8 hours worth of video instruction on everything from establishing the catalyst, which I just briefly showed you in this stock, okay, oversold patterns, continuation patterns, breakout patterns, and more. So again, guys, one of the best things that you can do to learn to start stock trading or to turn your trading account around is to get under the wings of somebody who trades for a living from home and is going to show you how to do it. Okay, that's one of the best ways that you can do it, because here's somebody that, practically is in the markets every single day making money just like you want to do. Not some pie-in-the-sky fancy investor website with all these great articles and stock trading lessons everywhere, but no real-time stock traders, no real-time input, no stock picks that you could take and say, I want to see if that lesson is any good. None of that. It's like all pie in the sky. But you don't get that with Jason Bond's stock alert service. Now, guys, once again, yeah, JB, thank you so much, man. Much love to JB. You guys, if you sign up to JB's service, make sure to send him a thank you for allowing me to publish a lot of his content and pass it on to you to help you make money so you can make enough money and join his service. Just make sure that you say thank you. Okay, JB is going to allow me to share, yesterday's watch list. Okay, so you'll get to hear how JB looks at the markets. You'll get to see his screen, his E-Trade Pro layout, right, as he talks about the markets, and even how he talks about his win in Gevo and exactly how he did it. All right, guys, thanks for listening. Love you, and talk with you soon.
Let's get down to business. I don't have no time to play around. What is this? Yeah. This is Jason Bond Picks coming at you live from Fairport, New York. It's almost 10 p.m. Tuesday, March 19th, 2013. This will be the watch list for Wednesday, the 20th. Let's get right down to it, all right? S&P 500. Looked like it was going to be a good start for us today, but no dice. Cyprus weighing on the major indices today. Unfortunately, this is part of trading. So, as always, if the market is lower, most likely stocks are going to go with the market unless the stocks that you're trading, like Gevo, has big news. And then they're going to buck the trend, baby. Yeah, man. Yeah. Big win on GEVO, and I think this is just the start of the run. I'm not looking to take profit here. You know me, 5 to 10% rinse and repeat. up 20% on the trade, almost $10,000. I'm going to let this thing ride because the Laverne plant is scheduled to come online soon. And when that news hits, we're talking about revenues, big customers like Coca-Cola, and a move much higher than where it is here. So I am in the driver's seat now, feeling very good about this trade. Earnings winner. Take a look at the BP DuPont news. Just an absolute huge score for us, and we knew it was coming. Now, it's just sit and wait for me for that Laverne news, and I think this thing trades significantly higher. But more on that in a minute, okay? More on that in a minute. Absolutely awesome day, despite a soft market. So what do we see? Well, like I said, Cyprus weighed on the major indices. But in the afternoon, all right, the Parliament rejected the bank levy. Then the ECB came in and said that they might bail them out. So we saw a large volume spike right there. See that? And this leads me to believe that we'll trade higher on Wednesday. It's just those small little cues. Now the FOMC is scheduled for 2, followed by Big Ben at 2:30. I don't think he takes his foot off easing. We hardly saw any move in gold today, and I think that's because people believe Ben is going to keep this easing going strong. And if that's the case, then stocks are heading higher tomorrow. That's where I'm at right now. If we see anything out of the FOMC that says otherwise, gold and silver, the miners are where it's at. But I don't think that's going to happen, okay? So there's the S&P 500. Let me blow this up. There's your gap higher. And there's your weakness, and then your bounce off the bottom. Now, the markets were overbought. Dow Jones Industrial Average, overbought. S&P 500, overbought. No longer overbought. S&P actually came down to the 20 moving average. The Dow has been stronger, so it's farther from the 20 moving average, but it's no longer overbought. So there's a good chance that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is strong. There's nothing happening in the States that says the markets should go into a downward spiral. There's just nothing happening. There was good housing data today. HOV was on the watch list. Good pop on HOV. This probably heads to 660s today if the market itself was stronger, but it couldn't sustain the rally in the bear market. So anyways, I think the markets still have a chance of going higher this week. And if that's the case, I think we'll see some love for Zynga and Boyd Gaming. All right, Boyd Gaming, I think it shows in the portfolio here a 701 close, but it was actually 716. All right, close. So not 100% sure why BYD is showing 701. There weren't any after hours touches, I don't believe, at 701. Stock bounced into the close at 716. So it's just off our entry there. I like that one. I want to be in CZR, BYD, Glue Mobile, Zynga, any chance I get. All right, CECO, this was a bomb blow up. Okay, took off on the alert in through here, traded sideways. You know, nothing crazy yet, but the overall chart is what I'm looking at on CECO. Don't love the stock, but if this 280 area falls, this is an easy swing right up into the 310 range. 30 cents a share, rinse and repeat, lock in the winner, and do it again. All right, so the chart pattern is good there. That's a bomb blow up, so a little more risky of a trade, but I think it'll work out just fine. GEVO, obviously, stole the show. Monster, monster, monsters. All right, listen, I'm fired up. I've had like 3 coffees. I'm revving because we nailed another one. All right, another one. I could have easily sold this in the after hours. There was so much liquidity, it was unbelievable. I think it's going to head higher. I don't care if there's profit taking and it comes back down a little before it does. I like this one into the $4 range. All right, that's what I'm looking for profit. Right up and through here. See a gap recovery. See that? There's your gap down resistance. This was major news tonight, gang. Major news. So from here into the gap, and into this channel. That's where I think this stock trades, especially when that Laverne news comes out. It could go much higher than these levels I'm diagramming here. So normally I'm a 5 to 10% guy, but I am letting this one ride because I have an excellent entry below $2, and I think there's a very good chance that it trades above $4 in the near term. So I'm going to let it go. All right. Can't hurt. Earnings winner. Good news tonight. And we know that Laverne is coming online soon. This is due to make some more major headlines. So we'll see how it trades tomorrow. But know this, I'm riding the GEVO trade for a while. All right, I said that I would keep this to 7 minutes. So it looks like I'm going to be a little bit over tonight. I'm excited. How can I not be excited? Look at this, another $9,000 swing trade. Loving it. 21%. So juicy. Just squeeze it like Florida orange juice. It's awesome. Man. All right, so listen, let's get down to business. Take a look at the watch list because I want to hunt for my next one. First things first, BIOF. Come on, let's be honest. How can we not be looking at this chart pattern going into Wednesday? Up on a down day today, the majority of the flow is short. It's thin to begin with. This thing is a juicy swing trade. Now, you know I don't like to have multiple stocks in the same sector unless there are really strong stories behind them. BIOF, I like. GEVO, I love. All right. Online gambling stocks right now, I like them all across the board. CZR, BYD, Zynga, Glue Mobile. You know this if you've been following my strategy. BIOF,